So at yesterday's Chick-fil-A Appreciation Day, a man taped himself confronting a drive-thru employee. Warning, what follows will fry your temples.
This is my free water?
It is?
Awesome. You know why I'm getting the free water, right?
I do not.
Because Chick-fil-A is a hateful corporation.
I disagree.
I know,
we
but
don't treat any of our customers differently. We don't.
I know, but you guys, but the corporation gives money to hate groups. Hate groups. I don't believe corporations should be giving money to hateful groups. Totally understand. I don't know how you live with yourself and work here. I don't understand it. This is a horrible corporation with horrible values.
We're here to
you deserve better.
Any way that you need.
You deserve better. Rachel deserves better. Okay?
I hope you have a really nice day.
I will. I just did something really good. I feel purposeful. Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Okay. I'm a nice guy, by the way, and I'm totally heterosexual. I'm not none of gay in me.
Ooh. I feel purposeful. What a D-bag. I mean, what a brave man. Never using his name, posting the video under an alias, filming a woman without her permission as she only tries to serve him. So under the guise of tolerance, we have sanctioned bullying. Congratulations, sir. You've officially become everything you've been complaining about all these years. You're a big, fat, stupid jerk. But what a wonderful contrast. Here you have a sweet, hard-working woman trying to do her job, maintaining an amazing amount of grace. And before her, a prostitute for attention. Mind you, this hateful harasser stressed that he was straight. Does he worry that people think he's gay as if that's an insult? Maybe he did all of this just to mask his own homophobia. Now, when seeing this woman's poise under persecution, you gotta ask, whose side are you on? It's not about gay or straight or freedom versus tyranny. It's about heroes versus zeros. Because when these temporary conflicts dissipate, and they always do, the only one left holding the bag is that young lady at the counter. She couldn't care less who that dope sleeps with. She just does her job, and she'll keep doing her job long after we've moved on to something else. Although I bet that guy's still in the parking lot recording his sad and lonely commentary.
You made one of the most important points of the whole thing. Why was he pointing out that he was straight? What was he trying?
Yes, was he trying to hit on her? Like after basically humiliating her?
Even worse than that. Was he trying to say if he were gay it would have been a bad thing? Was he embarrassed that someone would think he was gay?
Exactly.
Isn't that homophobic?
Yeah, he is actually, I mean, going after this poor girl who's doing his job, and he comes off as the homophobe. Amazing.
By the way, he said, I'm so happy with myself. I'm so proud of myself. If you're so happy with yourself, why did he take down the video? Why did he post it, as you pointed out, anonymously?
Look at it.
You know, we're always taught in the restaurant business the customer is always right. I can tell you right now that girl has a lot more self-control than I do.
No,
that would have resulted with a chicken sandwich going somewhere that may have cost me my insertion. Yeah.
Okay, where are all the heroes for bullying?
Well, let me tell you, I think she's a heroine because she was so polite, she was courteous, she is the model employee. This has backfired completely because she was so perfect in terms of how she handled this and so sweet. They couldn't have handpicked somebody if they knew that guy was coming to put at the window to show their, customer service, the attitude, the employees that worked there. I thought she was spot on. I was really
get a promotion,
right? Manager.
Bob, you didn't listen to one damn word I said.
Bob is playing with these balls.
No, you're playing with magnets the whole time.
You know what struck me about that? Here's what struck me about it, is that all the gays over the years who have been harassed by people, for this guy to go under the guise of defending the gay movement and to do that kind of thing, which is exactly what has happened to gays through the decades, is to me the worst kind of bullying, if you will. That's what gays have been bullied for a long time till they've got organized. And to do that, it just seems to me, well, just a simple thing, shoot him.
Oh my God!
But he really does.
Bob is kidding. Bob
really
doesn't condone violence or suggest anybody engage in that.
He really does define homophobia.
No,
right? I mean, if you want to look up homophobia in the dictionary, there should be a link to that videotape right there.
She should
the gay community should come out against it.
I think they would probably, if you asked them,
disavow him.
Appalled by that.
This is the first show ever where you were actually playing with a toy during a segment.
Yeah, but I was listening very carefully to what you said.
She deserves a raise.
Too.
I think she deserves a raise and a promotion, and she probably will get one. I mean, what a better employee do you want?
I would hire her.
Saying, have a nice day. I mean, she maintained her cool. This whole thing, though, the same First Amendment, it's very clear, that protects Dan Cathy, the CEO of Chick-fil-A's right to hold his own personal religious beliefs is the same First Amendment that allowed for that mosque to be built down at Ground Zero. The same people that are arguing that this is bad were the people that said, well, no, they should have freedom of religion.
And again,
the government, but it's different. A CEO's personal beliefs is different from a government official like Rahm Emanuel is trying to stop business.
Well, my point is then you should be okay with that guy doing exactly what he did. He's got his First Amendment right.
Why? That seems like bullying.
But
that's I mean,
and then would you argue tomorrow? Okay, people have a right to do it, but a lot of people are talking tomorrow. A lot of gay and lesbians are going to Chick-fil-A for a kiss-in. Okay, appropriate or not appropriate, they have the right to do it, I guess, as long as they don't interfere in the work.
Nobody's been bullied more nor given less access to the First Amendment than the gays in the 50s and the 60s. And for this guy to represent them is, I find, just appalling. I assume the gay community does too. I
haven't heard anything, but then again, they took it down after.
Right, that's the problem because the video wasn't up so long. But
I think she should become the manager.
This. That's what you just said, Bobby. You're in your little playground.
She should actually.
Silver ball.
Chick-fil-A should bring her into corporate and make her head of customer
She's
sales.
Great. She was so well composed. I think she was raised by great parents.
And though he does have the right to say it, it doesn't make it right. It's the same argument with the mosque. You have a right to build it, but it doesn't make it right. That's why it's responsible speech.
That's the same thing with the COO. He has a right to say it, but he shouldn't have said it.
That guy's a coward to beat up on a girl like that.
No, I'm not saying.
Drive-through. Who is she? She's not corporate.
But the corporate CEO basically beat him and everybody who's gay
but there's two different issues here, Bob. He's allowed to voice his own personal beliefs. Chick-fil-A doesn't discriminate against their employees based on their sexual orientation. You know, it's totally different than saying the government
but you got to be a little
banning a business
I think Eric's
because of their
here.
beliefs.
You can't say that this guy, as important as he is, has a right to not. He's a right to say that. Same way that the COO had a right to say that reasonably bigoted thing.
I want to end with just a quote from R. Clark Cooper, who's the executive director of the Log Cabin Republicans, talking about this whole thing. He wrote, "While in a perfect world, our equality should not depend on our good behavior. In a world where our rights too often hinge on political reality, the way our movement conducts itself matters. Just means be a good guy. That's all it means. That's all anybody's asking."
You like that drive-through clerk.
Exactly. All right, coming up. President Obama is so amazing that even he is now donating to his own campaign.
First of all,